Hi everyone and welcome back to the Brick Bods. So 2020 has been a great year for Lego, not for much else, and I figured it was a good time to look back and see which of the sets I liked best. I've really jumped into Lego a lot more this year. I was made redundant in October, so I've had a lot more time on my hands, hence the YouTube channel, keeping me busy. But there's been a lot of good sets the whole year, and I found it really tricky to go through and work out which my top 10 were. I hope you find this interesting. If you're interested in what Ian's top 10 are, you can check that out on the Brick Bods website. I'll put the link below to his blog post. But without any further ado, let's go through my top 10. So at number 10, we have the Creator 3-in-1 Pirate Ship set 31109. We do have this set, we've not built it yet. I'm a big fan of the Creator series because, well, specifically the 3-in-1s, although I find them really hard to do because I want to build all three sets, and I don't always get around to doing all three. I normally build the biggest one. And with the Pirate Ship, I think I'm actually more interested in one of the secondary or one of the smaller models, with the water wheel, the sort of, I think it's maybe a pub. So I think that's the one that I'm gonna be doing. But I like the fact that there are three options and it looks like quite a good pirate ship as well. I'm not sure we need another pirate ship in our city because we've got Pirates of Barracuda Bay already. We've got Brickbeard's Bounty from back in 2009. That was one of the first sets that I bought Ian when we started doing New Year Lego. And we've got a couple of sort of Pirates of the Caribbean ones that Ian's got to go on RC. So I don't think we need the pirate ship, but the other building looks really good. Set number 9 is the ice cream truck. So I built this one this year. You'll find, I'll link my video now for you if you want to check that out. I really enjoyed building this one. I know it's a small set, and I am including some of the smaller sets because it's not about the size of the set, it's about the experience, and it was a really, really nice build. Very sweet little set. Lots of nice details and a very playable set. And I think that's what I probably enjoyed the most is building it and knowing that I could sort of hand it off to my children to have a good play with it. Number 8 is the Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse buildable characters 43179, and I just really like the look of those. I'm quite a big Disney fan, and they just look really impressive. When they came out, I thought that just looks amazing. I don't know if we're going to get them, and they're not really going to fit in our city, so it's not going to be a top priority purchase, but I really love the look of them and the colours. I mean, they're just so simple and so iconically Disney, and so large. I think that's what I think I'd like to put them on display somewhere in the house, but I don't know if they'd withstand all the playing that my children would do. Number 7, I've got, well, this one's a tricky one because it's one set, so set 43176 Ariel Storybook Adventures, but actually I want to include all of the Storybook Adventure books. I chose this one as my favourite of those, that series, because it's got the better characters in it. I don't really like the little flounder that comes in it, but I was a massive Polly Pocket fan as a child. I really like miniature things, and so the Storybook Adventures again is right up my street. I've not built these yet. We have got them, all of them. My daughter's built the Beauty and the Beast one. I did help her. What I don't like about them is the fact that there's no clear instructions on where you're meant to put the stickers in the sets. They leave that up to you to decide, and I like instructions, so that bothers me, and it needs to be done right. And I've had a few issues sort of stepping back and letting her put the stickers on for that one. But I think it's a really nice concept, having it all sort of tucked away inside the book. And I'd like it better if she kept all the pieces in the book and not just spread them all around. So yeah, I think they're a nice concept. At number 6, we've got set 75980, Attack on the Burrow. This is a Harry Potter set. It's a building, so I like buildings. And I like the jaunty angles of this. I think I've got the set, but I haven't built it yet. I've lost track of all the Lego that we've been buying, if I'm honest. So I might need to take a bit of an inventory soon. But yeah, I think it just looks really impressive. I've seen pictures of a friend has built this, and it just looks like a really nice display piece. Number 5, we've got the Haunted House 10273, and so I have built this one, and it took me an age to do. It was a really fun build. There was a lot of elements to it. There's a lot of details inside. It's a building, so I like buildings. I think it's an epic set. I think it maybe is a bit too tall, but I'm impressed with how big it is. Like all the mechanics behind the drop ride and all the hidden details inside. I do have some issues with it. Check out my full review for more details, but it still was impressive enough to get in at number 5. Number 4 is a set that I've recently picked up that I'm super excited about building. I don't think it's going to go into the Lego City. It doesn't really fit, but it's set 75551, which is the brick-built minions and their lair. And I just love the minions, and I'm really excited about the teeny tiny minion pieces. But I also quite like the fact that I'm going to get some bigger minions out of it. It's a bit disappointing that you can't build all 3 minions that are on the box with just the one set. So I may have to pick up a second set for that, because I do want them all. And again, these Lego are just so evil doing this kind of thing to us, like the 3-in-1s, the alternative builds. It's just it's too many decisions, and I need everything. So yeah, it's a struggle, but I'm super excited about building that one. Right, so at number 3 on my list is the 2020 modular, the bookshop. I love buildings. I love the modulars. They are definitely the thing that got us back into Lego, and I'm super excited to get them every year. But I may have already mentioned that we're quite far behind in our New Year Lego building. We finished Assembly Square this year, which I think we got a couple of years ago. So although I've got the bookshop, I haven't built it. So that's possibly why it's not number 1. I also like to keep things a bit of a mystery, so I don't look at the internal detail of sets. So I'm not entirely sure what it's like inside. Ian did mention to me the other day that actually there's only one book inside, so maybe I won't like it as much as I think I will. I mean, I used to work in a library, so a bookshop is right up my street. But at the same time, I don't like the tree that's included in the bookshop set. And if I'm going to find that there's no books inside, I'm definitely going to be disappointed. But I think the building's really attractive. I like the teal colour. And I quite like the modulars where there's 2 different buildings. I think it just adds a lot more variety to the street that we're building up. I'm not entirely sure that the newer one with 3 different buildings is quite right. That may be a step too far, but yeah, the bookshop definitely makes it in at number 3. At number 2, a very big set that we've received this year. I was super excited to get. That's the Diagon Alley set 75978. And you may have seen me build 2 parts of this set already. I've still got two books worth of Lego to build for that one. Not because I don't want to build it, just trying to find time for all of these builds and YouTube videos is tricky. So I think we'll be building that at the start of next year. But there's no way I couldn't have had this really high up there because there's so many buildings, and buildings are my thing. It's an impressive set, and even though it's Harry Potter, so it's tricky to fit into the city with sort of the magic element. The buildings themselves can be sort of gutted inside and repurposed quite nicely if we choose to do that. So it's a lot of money for a set, but it delivers a lot of quality and details and just been so much fun to build the 2 books I've already done, so I'm looking forward to the 2 remaining. So that leads us to which set is my favourite from 2020. And it's a shocker because it's a set that I've not built. So this is based purely on the fact that I'm massively excited to build this one. The details in it look beautiful. It's just such a lovely looking set. And that is set 80105, the Chinese New Year Temple Fair. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. I picked it up without really thinking too much about it, I think. I looked at it and I said, yeah, that looks fancy, I want it. Didn't really realise it was a new set out this year, even when I got it. I knew that I wanted it. I love the big impressive temple, but I also love the little stalls. It's kind of like the Winter Village Market stalls that really sort of sold that set to me as well. It's so detailed, and yeah, I think it's going to be high up on the list of things I build in 2020. I think it's a worthy winner of set of the year. So that's my top 10 of 2020. I'll let you know in another video which are my top priorities for 2021, because I know there's a lot of really good sets coming, so come back and check out that video when it's ready, hopefully next week. I hope everyone's had a great new year. I hope 2021 is a much better year, not just for Lego, but also for non-Lego things. It's definitely been a trying one, 2020. Lego has been a very good distraction for me this year, so thank you, Lego. Comment below if you disagree with any of the sets that I picked, or let me know which ones are your favourite. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later.